Hey, seventh grade. Welcome to our conversation class. How are you guys? You guys are good? I hope you guys are awesome. Guys, as I said, we are starting our conversation class here at Dynamic School, and me, that's Mr. Lima. Guys, please grab your conversation book and open it on page 142, all right? I'm going to share my screen to you all. Let's correctly first page 142, and then we are going to correct pages 92 and 93. But starting on page 142. On page 142, guys, as I said, we have look at the map and match. Look at the map and match. Here we have a map of a small town or city, and we have many places and streets. And you have to look at this and match the column A with the column B, the left column with the right column. See, how do I get to the theater, to the movie theater? Which of the letter sentence guide us to the movie theater? Actually, sentence B. So you are here to go to the movie theater. You have to go straight for 2 blocks, and the movie theater will be in your left, okay? It will be in your left. See, go straight for 1, 2 blocks, and the movie theater will be in your left. Can you guys see it? Então, você segue em frente por 2 blocos e o cinema estará à sua esquerda. What about how can I get to the arcade? How can I get to the arcade? To the arcade, it's sentence F. You go straight for 2 blocks, turn left, go straight again, turn left, go straight again. It's on your left across the supermarket. So the arcade will be on your left here across the supermarket. So sentence F. How do I get to the park? How do I get to the park? See, it's sentence E, actually, sentence E. You go straight for 1 block, turn right. Go straight for 1 block, turn right. Then go straight for 1 block and turn left on Taft Street. It's on your right across the museum. You see the park, you go straight 1 block, turn right, then turn left. The park will be on your right, okay? How do I get to the shopping mall? The shopping mall will be the shopping mall. How do I get to the shopping mall? I go straight on Fillmore Street for 2 blocks, turn right on First Avenue. It's on your left, across from the cafe and the museum. Okay, so go straight on Fillmore. Okay, for 2 blocks, turn right. Okay. It's on your left. Okay, so the cafe, you see? After the shopping mall will be on your left. See, you turn right, so the cafe will be on your left. The shopping mall will be on your left. And how do I get to the cell phone store? The cell phone is sentence C. Go straight from your block. Go straight from your block. Then turn left. See? Turn left. Go straight from your block. Turn left. And go. It's on your right. Next to the sports store. Will be on your right. Então estará à sua direita. Next to the sports store. And how do I get to the toy store? How do I get to the toy store? Turn right turn right on the 3rd Avenue, go straight for 1 block. It's on your left, next to the clothes store. Turn right on 3rd Avenue. Okay, so you have to turn right on 3rd Avenue. Go straight 1 block. Okay, it will be on your left. So here we have the toy store on your left. You see? Toy store on your left. A loja de brinquedos estará à sua esquerda. Okay? Good. So we have the answers of the page 142. Will be B, F, E, D, C, A. B, F, E, D, C, A. Will be the word order, the letters order. B, F, E, D, C, A. É a ordem das letrinhas. Now let's go to the next page. Page is 92. Okay? Page 92 is the next page of our homework. You have to listen and practice. Then read the examples in the grammar box. Let's listen first.
Unit 8, Lesson 3, Track 65.
Go straight. Turn right.
Certo.
Turn left. On your left. On your right.
Tô gravando.
Across from.
Okay. Let's listen again, guys. Let's listen. Listen again one more time. Listen and practice.
Unit 8, Lesson 3, Track 65.
Go straight. Turn right. Turn left. On your left. On your right. Across from.
Okay, so we have go straight, turn right, turn left, on your left, on your right, across from. So the direction that we have, go straight, seguir em frente. Go straight, for example, if you're guiding someone, go straight, seguir em frente. Turn right, when you have to turn right, get the first right. For example, turn right, seguir, pegar a direita. Turn left, pegar a esquerda. Ou vir à esquerda. Mas se você estiver em uma direção e você falar, olha, on your left will be the museum, for example, a sua esquerda. On your right will be the farm. On your right will be a fazenda, por exemplo. E across, cruzando, ou do outro lado, across from. Okay, can you see it? Good. So those are the vocab that we just worked on the grammar box. Let's see, directions and locations. How do I ask for locations? How do I ask for directions? For example, how do I get to the museums? How do I get to the museums? Go straight for 3 blocks, then turn right. Or it's on your left, across from the park. So those ways are the ways that you can use to describe or to guide someone to somewhere. Então, essas são algumas formas que você pode usar para guiar alguém para algum local. Por exemplo, go straight for 3 blocks, then turn right. Or it's on your left, across from the park. Ok? Vocês podem perceber algumas formas que podem ajudar a gente a guiar no caso dessas situações aqui. Onde está o museu? How do I get to the museum? Como eu faço para chegar no museu? Ok? Alright, guys. Aqui, ó, it's on your left. A gente já pontuou. E aqui, ó, turn right. Turn right for 3 blocks, then turn right. Okay, or turn right. You see? Turn right. Okay. Read the directions. Read the directions. Let's work here. Here we have maybe a video or something like this. Let's see what's in here. Oh, the museum is on your left. Good. They are watching a movie. They are watching a movie. We are playing soccer now. She walks every day in the park. I ride the bus to school every day. You see, this is a game, guys, that makes you fix the content of the book and makes you understand and learn the book very well, ok? Very fast. Então, eu aconselho vocês a logarem o livro de vocês no seu iPad, ou então no celular, ou então no computador, se vocês tiverem também, para tentar jogar esses joguinhos que o livro disponibiliza para vocês. Então, vamos lá. Trabalhando os direcionamentos aqui e tentando entender onde cada uma dessas letrinhas estão. Então, vamos supor que a gente está aqui, ó, you are here. Para chegar nessas letrinhas, qual o direcionamento é o correto para cada letrinha? Então, vamos lá. You go straight for one block. Então, para você chegar nessa letrinha, direcionamento certo são esses aqui, ó. Para chegar na letrinha C, esse é o direcionamento. You go straight for one block, turn right, go straight for 2 blocks, and it's on your right. Então, aqui, ó, esse é o direcionamento. C. You go straight for one block, turn left, it's on your right. So this is D. You get to D. And to A, you go straight for 2 blocks, and it's on your right. For A, okay? Go straight for 2 blocks, it's on your right. B, you go straight for 2 blocks. See? 1, 2. Turn right, okay? And go straight for 2 blocks. Turn right, 1, 2 blocks. It's on your left, you see? And E, you go straight for 2 blocks. 1, 2. Turn left. It's on your right. Então, estará à sua direita aqui, depois que você virar à esquerda, depois de 2 blocos. E. And F, you go straight for 1 block. 1. You turn. Let me see. You turn right. Then turn left. Will be in your right. Então, segue em frente por um bloco, vira à direita por um bloco, segue em frente, depois vira à esquerda, estará à sua direita. F. Okay, guys? So this is actually page 90. Eu estava agora na página 90, só revisando esse conteúdo com vocês. Mas vamos agora para 92. O 92, que foi na realidade a atividade de casa, né? 92. Vamos para Big City or Small Town, que foi o conteúdo de casa. Let's listen, ok? Aqui nós estamos, ó, página 92. Big City or Small Town. Let's listen the audio, then read, okay?
Unit 8, Lesson 4, Track 67.
Big city or small town? What do you love?
I'm crazy about big cities. They're fantastic. There is always something great to do. You can go to amusement parks, museums, street fairs, and shopping malls. There are statues and monuments, and there's usually a lot of history. Here's a picture of my favorite city, Boston. There are lots of new interesting places to see, but there are historic buildings and old streets too. There are also lots of tourists. My mother can't stand them, but I don't mind. It's part of living in a cool city.
Big city, tall buildings, lots of tourists. I can't stand them. I love my town, Franklin. It's not a historic town, and we don't have big buildings or cathedrals, but I don't mind. We have a quiet, interesting main street with one Chinese restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and some clothing stores. We have a fantastic sports store. My friends and I go there about once a week.
Okay, perfect. Let's listen just one more time in order to fix, in order to keep that in our mind, all right? Let's listen one more time.
Unit 8, Lesson 4, Track 67.
Big city or small town? What do you like?
I'm crazy about big cities. They're fantastic. There is always something great to do. You can go to amusement parks, museums, street fairs, and shopping malls. There are statues and monuments, and there's usually a lot of history. Here's a picture of my favorite city, Boston. There are lots of new interesting places to see, but there are historic buildings and old streets too. There are also lots of tourists. My mother can't stand them, but I don't mind. It's part of living in a cool city.
Big cities, tall buildings, lots of tourists. I can't stand them. I love my town, Franklin. It's not a historic town, and we don't have big buildings or cathedrals, but I don't mind. We have a quiet, interesting main street with one Chinese restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and some clothing stores. We have a fantastic sports store. My friends and I go there about once a week.
See, let's now read the text. So here we have, I'm crazy about big cities. They're fantastic. There is always something great to do. You can go to the museum. You can go, to amusement parks, museums, street fairs, and shopping malls. There are statues and monuments. There's usually a lot of history. Here's a picture of my favorite city, Boston. There's a lot of new, interesting places to see, but there are historic buildings and old streets too. There's a lot of tourists. My mother can't stand, but my mother can't stand them, but I don't mind. It's part of living in a cool city. See, big cities, tall buildings, lots of tourists. I can't stand them. I love my town, frankly. It's not a historic town, and we don't have big buildings or cathedrals, but I don't mind. We have a quiet, interesting main street with one Chinese restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and some clothing stores. We have a fantastic sports store. My friends and I go there about once a week. You see? So we have different perspectives about how we understand a city or a town. This first, the girl here, she prefers big cities. Once the boy here, down there, he prefers small towns. There are different perspectives of the environment, of how to live in. Good, all right? So we've understand the texts of page 92. Now let's try to understand pages 93, actually. Yeah? So let's do. Listen and check where the girl lives. Let's listen first.
Unit 8, Lesson 4, Track 68.
I have two sets of cousins. The cousins on my mother's side of the family live in a small town in Oregon. They can't stand it. I think their town is okay, but they say there's nothing to do. We don't have any restaurants or cool stores, and the movie theater only shows one movie. I don't mind that, but I don't live there. My other cousins, the cousins on my father's side, live in Houston, Texas, and that's a really big city. I can't stand all the cars. The traffic is terrible. My cousins love it. Me? I live in a medium-sized city in Indiana. It's not big, and it's not small. We have some historic buildings, some new office buildings, lots of apartment buildings and houses, and 3 great shopping malls. I don't mind living here, but someday I want to live in Los Angeles.
Good, good. So as she said, she doesn't live in a small city and in a big city at all. She lives in a medium-sized city. So it's not a big city and not a small city at all. She lives in a medium size. What is an intermediate place? When we talk about size, all right? Okay, it's an intermediate size place. Okay, now let's go. So please sign here B. Okay, B is the answer. B, letra B é a resposta. Now let's listen and practice activity 3.
Unit 8, Lesson 4, Track 69.
Do you like big cities?
I love them.
I don't mind them.
I can't stand them.
Again, so let's listen again. Keep that on our mind, and then let's practice. Okay, one more time.
Unit 8, Lesson 4, Track 69.
Do you like big cities?
Come on, guys, your turn. Do you like big cities? Do you like big cities?
I love them.
I love them.
I don't mind them.
I don't mind them. Whoa, they're not good.
I can't stand them.
I can't stand them. They're too much to me. Too many people, too many buildings. You see? Okay. So the sentence, the questions, the phrases that we work here, the word. Do you like big cities? I love them. I don't mind them. I can't stand them. Okay? So now, read, then write about your city or town. So what we're going to do here, you guys have to read the short paragraph that we have here. Once you guys read, you guys have to do actually a similar paragraph, putting your information, about the city where we live, where you live, all right? For example, about Olinda, about Recife, all right? Just taking the information that are not related to your city, to your place, and add about Olindas, for example. Então, vocês vão tirar as informações que não são relacionadas à sua cidade, ao local onde você mora, e vocês vão adicionar sobre a sua cidade, ok? Good. 5. Tell your classmates about your city or town. Mention something you're crazy about, something you don't mind, and something you can't stand. For example, I can't stand shopping mall in this town. Então, por exemplo, coisas que você não consegue, você acha horrível, é muito na sua cidade, você não aguenta. I can't stand shopping mall in this town. Então, outra coisa, I can't stand traffic. Eu não consigo aguentar trânsito na cidade. É muito. Resposta para isso, really, I don't mind. Então, por exemplo, algum outro coleguinha pode responder, sério, não ligo. I'm crazy about shoe store there. Então, eu sou louco, eu adoro loja de sapatos lá. I'm crazy about shoe store. Então, eu posso ser também louco por, let me see, shopping malls. Okay? E por aí vai. Então, tenta manter esse diálogo e praticar aí da casa de vocês. Repetindo, I can't stand shopping mall in this town. Really? I don't mind. I'm crazy about shoe store. Ou pode ser drug store. Ou outra clothing store. Ok? Now, for class. Então, para a atividade de classe agora, teremos páginas 143, 94 e 95. Vamos lá? Então, eu vou dar um tempinho para vocês tentarem finalizar aqui, ó. Página 143. Já já a gente volta, ok? Lembrando, 143, 94 e 95 são as atividades agora de classe. Já já a gente volta para corrigi-las e eu vou passar a atividade de casa, ok? I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Let's correct them. Pages 143, 94, and 95. Let's see them. Read, then answer the question. So we have, come to Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C.'s National Mall. The National Mall, in the capital of the USA, is an area of green space that goes from the United States Capitol, where the US Senate and the Congress meet, to the Potomac River. There are monuments and memorials, but there are also fantastic museums. A favorite museum is the National Museum of American History. Here, you can see things from the social, political, cultural, scientific, and military history of the USA, from a very old American flag to the famous ruby slippers in the movie of The Wizard of Oz. At the National Gallery of Art, you can see beautiful and important art from Leonardo da Vinci to Pablo Picasso. At the National Air and Space Museum, here, you can see famous airplanes and space vehicles, including the NASA Space Shuttle Challenger and the Apollo 11 lunar module. There are only some of the 3 museums you can visit for free. On the National Mall in Washington, D.C., there are What are you waiting for? Come visit today. Okay, let's try to answer it. Where's the National Mall? So the answer is, it's in Washington, D.C. Okay, it's in Washington, D.C. Okay, 2. In addition to museums, what can you see on the National Mall? So you can see monuments and memorials. All right. On 3, where can you see shoes from a movie? So at the museum, at the National Museum of American History. Okay. 4, what can you see at the National Gallery of Art? You can see beautiful and important art. Okay. On 5, are there famous airplanes and NASA space vehicles at the National Air and Space Museum? Yes, there are. For example, the Apollo 11 and the Challenger. Okay. Does it cost a lot to visit the museums or the National Mall? No, it doesn't. It's free. As they say here, for free. Can you see it? So the answer is no, it doesn't. It's free, right? So page 143 is answered. Now let's go to 94, page 94. Okay, page 94. So we have bonus magazine, a trip to an amusement park. Now let's try to answer it. Answer the questions, then talk to your classmates. Do you like amusement parks? Yes or no? Do you like to go to those places? Yes or no? And what do you need to take with you to an amusement parks? Amusement parks, guys, são parques de diversões. Vocês gostam de ir para amusement parks? Yes or no? And then, read the information on how to plan a trip to amusement parks. Let's go. So, plan your trip to an amusement park. So, surf the web and learn about the resort. Print out maps and brochures. Make top 10 lists of which rides and attractions to hit. Get involved right from the start in planning your itinerary. So those are steps, bullet points you should not forget on planning a trip to an amusement park, okay? What about what to bring? Pack the same way you would for a hiking trip, okay? So let's suppose you are doing a hiking trip. So you should pack the same things, food, sun protection, and so on, all right? Sunscreen. If you love water rides, plastic zipper bags are the smart way to keep your wallet and cell phone dry, okay? So keep those belongings safe, okay? Comfortable shoes are a must for walking around the parks, okay? So don't forget to be comfortable, okay? Because you are going to walk a lot, okay? So this is page 94, just some advices for you to go to a amusement park. And what about food and drinks? Everyone should eat a nourishing breakfast before heading for the park. There are plenty of great places to eat at amusement parks. Take time to sit down and have lemonade, some ice cream, or yummy snack. Have dinner at restaurant or at one of the hotels, okay? So take time for this. Useful tips, postcards and fun souvenirs are located in the shops and at the entrance, exit, and throughout the park. Head for the park when you enter and work your way forward. You move in the opposite direction of everybody else. Okay, so useful trips is to get some postcards, and those postcards are almost everywhere, and some souvenirs as well. And for food and drinks, you can also have it almost everywhere, okay, on the parks. So plan A trip to an amusement park make groups then talk about your trip. So, this exercise is about what we have read before. So, where you will go? So, what's the name of this amusement park you gotta go? When will you go? Who will you go with? What rides are you interested in? What will you eat? What will you bring? So make this plan, try to make this plan. Então tente planejar isso daí, responder essas perguntas, são pessoais. Vocês podem, por exemplo, planejar uma ida para um parque de diversões aqui em Pernambuco ou fora de Pernambuco, em São Paulo. Tem vários parques de diversões legais, ou para parques de diversões no exterior. Vocês podem planejar quem levar, o que comer, quais passeios fazer lá, ok? São essas perguntas que vocês têm que responder mais ou menos aqui. Alright, guys? For homework, vocês têm para fazer as páginas 96, 97 e 105. 96, 97 and 105. Ou seja, páginas 96, 97 e 105 para casa. Ok, gente? Vejo vocês na próxima aula. Bye, bye, guys. See you.